Welcome to the What a Play podcast. I'm your host, Jacob. Lucas could not be here this week because of prior commitments, so I'm going solo once again. Before we begin with what happened in Week 14, previewing Week 15 stuff, a bunch of you have not subscribed to this channel yet. And since we're heading into the new year, I thought, why don't we do a little subscriber challenge? Let's get this channel to 100 subscribers. I think we can do it. We have a lot of people who watch these shows who aren't subscribed. Tell your friends, subscribe to this channel. Let's get over 100 subscribers before Christmas would be lovely, but before the new year. Let's begin with this Cowboys-Lions recap of what happened on Thursday night in Week 14. The Lions winning 44-30. It wasn't even that close, to be honest with you. The way the Lions played offensively, it was a masterclass. Amon-Ra St. Brown played in this game. I didn't think he was going to. He ended up playing, and he played very well. Like, you could not expect anything else. You really couldn't. The offense was humming. Gibbs had 3 touchdowns. Montgomery had a touchdown. Goff threw a touchdown to Tesla. It was just a great performance by this offense. I mean, Gibbs didn't really gash you if you're the Cowboys. Gibbs didn't really gash you that badly. It was more David Montgomery who did that, having the longest rushing touchdown of the night. And the defense of the Lions, you gave up 30 points. You can look at it one of two ways, man. It's like, okay, we gave up 30 points in like a fourth straight game. That's not ideal. Or you can say, hey, we gave up only 30 points to the Cowboys, who have Pickens, who have Lamb, they have Prescott, they have Ferguson, they have Williams. They couldn't really run the football. We did a good job. You could say it that way too. Glass half full, glass half empty. It all depends. If you look at the Cowboys side of it, and I'm not going to go full homer. Offensively, they couldn't really run the football well. They had a hard time moving the football. They didn't convert a lot of third downs. They were very conservative, oddly enough. They had some bad turnovers, fumble by Ferguson, 2 interceptions that end up going on Dak's resume. But if you look at how it happened, you had a drop. You had 2 drops that became interceptions. Still on the court. But that's the way this happens. Sometimes you get a drop. Like even if you go and watch the Kansas City Chiefs when they played the Houston Texans, the interception at the end that basically salted the game away, that goes off Kelsey's hands, his helmet, it becomes like a circus act. Same thing happened in these 2 instances. Again, he was pressing, you throw the football when you press, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it did not. But your offense still scored 30 points. Your defense gave up 44. This is the issue with the Cowboys' defense. They either give up touchdowns or they give up field goals. They don't force punts. That's not really what they do. It's rare that they do it. Every game they play, defensively, it makes my soul hurt a little bit. Every game. They're not effective. They can't really rush the passer with their front 4. They had 1 sack all night, happened in the first drive of the game. I brought all the statistics out for yesterday's video. I'm not going to share those again. Go watch it if you haven't. They don't get pressure. And let me say why they're so bad at coverage. This is very simple. There's schematic issues, and then there's bad play by the players. The bad play from the players is inexcusable. Guys are out of position. Guys are not doing what they're supposed to do. Guys are falling down. Guys are trying to be ultra aggressive when they don't need to be. Those are player issues. But it's really more schematic stuff. They keep playing Donovan Wilson as a free safety option. Why? He's not a coverage guy. He's a hitter. He's a thumper. Let him hit. Let him be in the box. Let him go after the quarterback. Let him go be that in the box of the defense. Let him go be there. Why is he the furthest option? He's not a great runner. It's not what he does. So why is he doing it? Don't know. But really, the masterclass of this, the Cowboys don't run a lot of man. Yet you have all these man corners. I'm including Trayvon Diggs into this, who hasn't played in about a month and a half. Diggs is a man coverage corner. Bland is a man coverage corner. Revel is a man coverage corner. Why is it that your three top man coverage corners are having such a hard time when they run man or zone? Well, it's because when zone you're guarding an area. In man, you're guarding just the guy. You're kind of on your own island. But that's not really the only reason. The Cowboys don't run press man coverage very often. And what do I mean by press man coverage? I mean, the corner, the receiver lines up, and the corner is right next to him. He's like a yard to a yard and a half away. He's right there, basically forcing that receiver to have to go through him before he goes into his run. He doesn't get a free release. He doesn't get anything. He has to go through me before he gets to do anything. In the man coverage the Cowboys run, they're off. They're off all the time. Sometimes it's 5 yards. Sometimes it's 8 yards. Sometimes it's as far as 12 yards. And they get beat a lot of times because these guys are dropping back and they're backing up. Also, when the post snap happens, they're backing up. So that receiver turns around 3 or 5 yards deep. He catches the ball. That cornerback has to run up 7 yards at most. Pre-snap, never mind post-snap. He has to run up. He loses his angle. The receiver gets through him, and now there's nobody there. That's what the Cowboys do. That's what they do. It's bad schematics. The best example of the bad schematics they've had on defense is the game against Carolina. Best example. That last drive, Carolina, it's fourth down. It's like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. For whatever reason, DaRon Bland's 5 yards off. No reason why. Just is. 5 to 6 yards off. Why? Makes no sense. But it's not the only thing that didn't make sense. They had a linebacker, your most athletic linebacker, is being asked to cover not one, but 2 people. He has to keep an eye on the running back. He has to keep an eye on that receiver on the backside. That DaRon Bland is off by 5 or 6 yards. He has to cover both of those. Why? It's bad. It's just bad schematics. But it's not even the worst part. The worst part of it is the linebacker is in the gap furthest from the receiver. He's in that gap on the other side of the center to stop the running back. But because he's doing that and because DaRon Bland is so far off, it's a free release. He gets inside. And now you put so much more pressure on your linebacker to have to cover not just his guy and his gap, the next gap, and then the receiver on the other side of that. It makes it way too complicated. It's just bad football. This happened against the Lions. Not the same play, but the same things happen. They have happened all year. But you've had a competent offense, which is if you have an offense that doesn't stall out on its own, they're going to get beat every time. It's that simple. You got beat against the Lions. I'm tired of the Matt Eberflus experiment. Please do something else. I really am. Magically, you're not out of this yet in this division. I don't know how because this division is so dreadful, but you're not. But if what it takes is the Cowboys missing the playoffs so Matt Eberflus is gone, 100% of the Cowboys fans will take that because they are so done. Honest, even if they make the playoffs, I say he's done. I don't see how you can bring him back. If you bring him back, you might start a riot. Like, that's how bad this is getting. It's dreadful. They can't do anything. It's horrible. Plain and simple. Now, to week 15. The Patriots won by a week. They actually have the first game. They are at home against the Buffalo Bills. They beat the Bills. But somehow the Patriots are not favored in this game. They're getting plus 1.5. Vegas won't quit 3 teams. They won't quit 3 teams. The Chiefs, who are on the brink of elimination, the Ravens, who are on the brink of elimination, and the Bills, who are of the 3 teams in the playoffs but hanging on for dear life. I don't know why the Patriots have shown their dominance this whole year. They've been really good, both on offense and on defense. Drake May, I think, has played great football. I mean, outside of Matthew Stafford, it's kind of hard to say how do you not give Drake May the MVP? He's been awesome. When he's made mistakes, that defense has picked him up, has picked up that offense. But a lot of times he's not making mistakes. He's doing a lot of good things. He's getting developed at, and that's what you need a good offense coordinator for, a good head coach for. You need those guys. It helps that you have a team that's egoless. They have their ego, but they check it at the door. It helps. This is a good team because they are like that. They don't care who's successful. They care that they're successful. They don't care who individually is. That's the good thing. The Bills, you barely beat Cincinnati, and your offense is still all over the place. I don't care what ESPN says. I don't care what all these network media guys say. I watched the game. It was bad. They turned the ball over. It becomes Josh Allen save us over and over and over again. And unless he becomes Superman, unless James Cook becomes Superman, every time they don't win. I've seen this story happen many times in the NFL. I'm not shocked. Give me the Patriots to win. Give me the Patriots to win. Even though the Chiefs technically would be eliminated if the Bills would win, I just don't see the Bills winning this week. I just don't see it. I want to see the Bills win against a team that they've actually have to go against a good offense and a good defense. I just want to see that. Moving on to the Vikings and Cowboys game, I'm going to say my predictions to the very end. The Vikings and Cowboys game, Cowboys are favored by 5.5. Wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys are favored in all of their last 4 games. Would not be shocked. You play the Vikings, the Chargers, the Commanders, and the Giants. I wouldn't be surprised. If not 3 of their last 4, they'll be favored. The Vikings have not been very good. They impressed against the Commanders. They were better. J.J. McCarthy looked better coming off his concussion. I mean, granted, anything would have been better than getting shellacked by Seattle. So it's that plain and simple. Their defense showed up. The J.J. McCarthy wasn't a complete liability. That's good. That's all good things. Where the Vikings have struggled is McCarthy's accuracy. He does one of those things that he's not like any other young quarterback where they throw the ball short. He's more of a quarterback. He's like, I'm going to throw it deep, but he's just not very accurate. That's the issue. He's not very accurate. He turns the ball over. He'll give you chances. If you're this Cowboys defense, you need to respond. And this Vikings defense is really good. It's really good. It's been good. That could give the Cowboys offense some trouble. We'll see if CeeDee Lamb plays in this game. He's still working his way back from the concussion. I would expect the Cowboys to try to keep him a rotation at that wide receiver spot anyway, because they're going to try to keep him healthy. Because even if there's no chance that they make the playoffs, you've got to try to keep all these players healthy. You don't want to have a massive issue and something happens. You don't want that. So I would expect a heavy rotation. I think the Vikings' one issue is they can't really stop the run. The Cowboys have been really good at running the football this year, especially after the games they've lost. They've run the ball much better every time. It's weird. It's just what they do. If I'm the Cowboys, you got to dominate time and possession. That's really what you got. That's how you got to make your. If you want to make your bed, That's how you have to do it. You have to find a way to run the football. You have to be better. And like, we didn't really mention it in the line recap, but the Cowboys' offensive line was dreadful in that game against the Lions. They really were. They have to be way better. They have to be. They were dreadful. 5 sacks. Your quarterback's getting hit over and over and over again. This Vikings defense is relentless. They blitz everybody. You have to be on your P's and Q's. So expect a heavy dose of the run game and a heavy dose of the blitzes from Brian Flores. So I think it's going to be a fun game. It's Sunday night. It's going to be exciting. Give me the Cowboys to win. They need it. The Vikings are kind of out of it at this point, but give me the Cowboys to win. They need this game if they want any hope of making the playoffs, any hope at all. For the Patriots score against the Bills, I have it being 31-24. And for the Cowboys and Vikings game, I have the Cowboys winning 28-21. Let me know in the comments who you have winning this week. And let me know, are you shocked that the Patriots have rebuilt so quickly? And should Mike Vrabel be given all the credit for what he's done this year? For NFL World, I'm Jake out.